Hello, boys and girls. Today, our story is going to take us far away. Yes, that's the magic of books. Books can take you to many, many different places without even leaving your home. But if you read and you look at your words, you look at your pictures, you listen to your words, and you use your imagination, you can transport yourself. You can bring yourself into that country. So, books are magical. In today's book is called The Abominable Snowman. It's a Nepalese story, which means this story is from the country of Nepal. It is retold by Fran Parnelli, and the illustrations are by Sophie Fatis. Okay, this is a cultural story. A cultural story basically is a story told by a specific group of people, and they talk about values, they talk about things that are important to them. They might have lessons in the story, and it will tell us about the country where the events are taken from, about the customs, about the habits, sometimes also how about the people, what they like to do, and so on. So today we're going to Nepal. Are you ready to begin? Well, I'm very excited. Here we go. Chapter 1. The Very Lazy Boy. Long ago and far away, there lived a poor woman and her son Rame. They lived in a small hut high in the mountains. Rame was a kind boy, and his mother loved him very much. But Rame was lazy. In fact, he was very, very lazy. He just sat outside all day doing nothing, hour after hour. He watched the birds flying and the clouds floating by. "You are so lazy, Ramai," said his mother. Hmm, I wonder why mom is saying that to the boy. Now, boys and girls, notice the pictures, notice the illustration. See the clothes of the mother? Does it look like the clothes we wear, or is it different? Also, look at Ram, let's call him Rame, right? A, way, Rame. So look at Rame's home. Does it look like our homes? Or is the roof different? Look at the shape. See that? And look at Rame. Look over here, he's sleeping. What is he wearing? All these give us clues about the culture. His mother asked him to collect wood for the fire, but Rame just sat, so the fire died out. His mother asked him to sweep the floor, but Rame just sat, so the dust got thicker and thicker. "Will you sweep the floor?" One day, Rame's mother lost her temper. She was angry. "Lazy bones!" she shouted at him. "You are lazy and good for nothing. Get out of this house. Don't come back until you have done some honest work." She chased him out of the hut and slammed the door behind him. Bang! Boys and girls, what have you learned so far about Rame? What have you learned about his mother's expectations of Rame? Where shall I go? Rame was very surprised. He didn't understand why his mother was so angry. He walked off into the mountains, wondering what to do. He walked and thought, he thought and walked. So Rame soon was a long, long way from home. He was worried. He knew that evening was coming. It would soon be dark. Boys and girls, imagine if you were out of the home. How would you feel? Can you think about how Rame might be feeling right now? Chapter 2. The Hidden Cave. Rame's tummy rumbled like thunder. He realized that he was very hungry. Maybe there is something to eat in my pocket, he said to himself. He put his hand into his pocket and scratched about. What luck! He found 3 bits of stale bread. He sat down among the twisted roots of an old tree and got comfortable. I'm very hungry. How is Rame feeling by now? While he prepared to eat his simple meal, Rame chattered to himself about the crumbs of bread. He said, should I just eat one now and save the other 2 for later? Or should I gobble up all 3 at once? He's wondering, what is he gonna do? What do you think is gonna happen? If he eats all 3, what does that mean? Is he gonna have anything left? And if he eats only 1, is that gonna be enough to fill his belly? Now Rame didn't know it, but there was something hidden beneath him. Under the roots of the tree where he sat was a cave. In the cave lived a Shakpa with his wife and their baby. I wonder what's a Shakpa? Shakpa. Shokpa. Shakpa. Oh, is that a person? Is that an animal? What do you think that is? Would it hurt Rame? Or would it be friendly? Would it be a friendly Shakpa? Or no, it would not be. A Shakpa is a magical mountain creature. It is also called an abominable snowman. Abominable means horrible. Abominable, horrible. A Shakpa's hair is as thick as a bear's to keep out the cold, and it is as white as the snow to help him hide. So, a Shakpa looks like a horrible snowman. The Shakpa heard Rame talking and began to tremble with fear. Oh, who's afraid? Is Rame afraid or the Shakpa? A terrible monster is standing over our cave, the Shakpa said to his wife. I think he wants to eat us. Oh no, said the Shakpa's wife. I heard him talking. He is going to eat us. He's trying to decide whether to eat us up one at a time or eat us all together. Oh, boys and girls, can you see why the Shakpa is confused? Can you tell? Look, what is the number of the Shakpa's family? We have 1, 2, and 3. Shakpa dad, Shakpa mama, and the Shakpa baby, right? And how many crumbs of bread or bits of bread does Rame have? Well, if you said 3, you guessed it. So Rame was talking about his bread. And what did the Shakpa think Rame was talking about? You're right. If you said he thought they're talking about them, you're absolutely right. Let's see. The Shakpa's wife clutched her child tightly to her hairy chest. The frightened family huddled together. Their sharp teeth chattered, and their bony knees clattered together like drumsticks. Oh my goodness, they must be really scared. "Oh, terrible monster!" called the Shakpa. "Please, please do not eat my family, I beg you. We are very hairy and very thin. We are not very tasty at all. Promise not to eat us, and I will give you my magic wand. It will give you whatever you wish for. Go and eat something else." And the Shakpa gave the magic wand to Rame. Chapter 3. The Magic Wand. The Shakpa's voice boomed up from below. It made Rame leap to his feet. Rame was amazed, but he wasn't afraid. He realized that the creature below was afraid of him. The Shakpa thought that Rame was the monster. So Rame decided to play a trick. In a gruff and growly voice, he boomed back, "Hello! Well, I suppose I could use your wand as a toothpick. I have just had a bite to eat. I think that one of the goats I ate is stuck in my back teeth." As soon as he had spoken, a wand appeared out of the ground in front of him. Rame snatched it up in delight. Then he set off home to show his mother. What do you think, boys and girls? How is his mom going to feel now? Is she gonna be happy? Excited? Upset? What do you think? Ready to find out? Let's go. But the sun began to set behind the mountain. Rame had only traveled a short distance, and he was still a long way from home. He knew that he had to find somewhere to stay for the night. Rame looked here and he looked there for shelter. Just as he was about to give up, he spotted a little shack through the trees. "Hello!" He ran to the shack and knocked on the door. An old woodcutter answered and invited Rame in. Wow, I wonder what's going to happen. This is exciting. Rame was so excited about his adventure that he told the whole story to the man. He told him all about the magic wand. "Test it out now, just to make sure it really works," said the old man. He had a wicked means mean. He had a mean gleam in his eye. He had a mean sparkle in his eye. But Rame didn't see it. What do you think is gonna happen? So Rame wished for a meal for the two of them. Before they could blink, a delicious feast appeared. There was juicy pork and soft noodles, roasted chicken, spicy lentils, ripe fruits, and a big bowl of sweet molasses. Notice, boys and girls, those are cultural food, just like the story, right? Soon, the old man and Rame had eaten all they could. Then, before they could blink, the empty dishes disappeared again. Who can predict what's going to happen next in the story? I think I might have an idea. What do you boys and girls think? I know. That old man, I don't know. I have a bad feeling about him. Rame curled up on the floor and fell fast asleep. His tummy was full of food, and his head was full of happy dreams. Chapter 4. The Rotten Trickster. The next morning, Rame thanked the old woodcutter for letting him sleep in the shack. Then he picked up the wand and left. He was feeling very happy. He hopped and skipped and sang all the way home. He was happy. He was excited. He's going home. "Look, mother!" he cried as he ran into their little hut. "An abominable snowman gave me his magic wand. It grants wishes. It will give us everything we want. We will never be poor again." "Abominable snowman? Magic wand?" repeated Rame's mother. She couldn't believe it. "What nonsense! You are such a daydreamer, Rame." "It's true," argued Rame. "Just watch this. Oh, magic wand, please give my mother a bag of golden coins." But nothing happened. The sly old woodcutter had taken the wand for himself. That was why he had a wicked gleam in his eye. He had put a plain stick in its place. Rame shook the stick. He tapped it on the table. He waved it wildly around his head, but still no gold appeared. How do you think Rame is feeling now? How do you think Rame feels about being tricked? What does this tell us about Rame's character and the old woodcutter's character? Is the old woodcutter trustworthy? Was he honest? What do you think? "You silly, silly boy," shouted his mother. She didn't know whether to laugh or to cry. "You are such a fool. Throw away that stupid bit of wood and make yourself useful. Fetch some water from the well for me." But Rame was already out the door. He raced back to the Shapka's cave. He was sure that it was the monster who had tricked him. Why would he go back to the monster? What do you think, boys and girls? Who tricked Rame, the monster or the old woodcutter? When he reached the old tree, he shouted at the roots, "Shakpa, this time I'm going to eat your whole family for breakfast. You are a rotten trickster." The poor Shakpa didn't know what Rame was talking about. He asked Rame to explain. When the Shakpa had heard Rame's tale, he said, "Oh, terrible monster, I did not trick you. It must have been the old woodcutter." "I didn't trick you. Take my wife's magic wand. Command it to beat anyone who touches it without your permission. Then go and stay again in the old man's shack. See what happens." The beaten trickster. "Yippee! A new wand!" A second wand appeared from out of the ground. Rame picked it up and did what the abominable snowman, remember, abominable means horrible, suggested. First, he commanded the wand to beat anyone who touched it without his permission. Then he went back to the woodcutter's shack. He used the second wand to wish for another feast for himself and the old man. And what a feast it was! After they had eaten, Rame fell fast asleep. Okay, let's predict what's going to happen next. What do you think is going to happen next? Maybe they're both going to fall asleep and nothing's going to happen. Or maybe Rama is going to take the wand and just go home. Or maybe the old woodcutter is going to try to take the stick again, to take the wand. What do you think? Did you make your prediction? Okay, let's go. In the middle of the night, Rame was woken up by the most terrible noise. Ouch! 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 There was crashing furniture, a strange thumping sound, and loud cries for help. The second wand was chasing the old woodcutter around and around and around the shack. The old man was shouting out at the top of his voice, "Help! Help! Tell it to stop!" he yelled. He tried to get out of the way of the flying stick. Well, he deserved it, didn't he? Rame felt a bit sorry for the old man. "Stop!" he told the wand. Then the terrified woodcutter admitted that he had stolen the first wand. He apologized 1,000 times and returned the first wand to Rame. Immediately, Rame wished for the second wand to fly back to the Shakpa's wife. Then he returned home with the first magic wand. Oh, that was a good thing to do of Rame, wasn't it? He returned the second wand. He wished for a fine new house, and it appeared. He wished for enough gold to last him and his mother the rest of their lives, and it appeared. His mother was amazed and delighted. All their wishes were granted. From that day on, they lived in peace and had plenty. And Rame did not forget the Shakpa and his family. He also made a few secret wishes for them. I am very happy. May your cave be snug and dry, he whispered. May your tummies be always full. May your fur always keep you warm. And may the three of you never be eaten by monsters. What beautiful wishes Rame made. Thank you, Rame. For Mom, Dad, Liam, and Suzanne. To Giacomo and Rebecca. The end. What a wonderful story. It's a beautiful Nepalese story. Thanks for joining me. Bye bye.